Hi, Jenny here. Seeing as pumpkins are kind of a theme still through Thanksgiving, I thought today we would make another pumpkin themed item. We will be making pumpkin cheese sandwiches. So let's get started. For this recipe we are going to need 12 ounces or 3 cups of cheddar cheese, 3/4 of a cup butter softened, 3 eggs, half a teaspoon of garlic salt, half a teaspoon of onion powder, paprika for sprinkling on top, 9 6-inch flour tortillas, and then a couple pieces of lettuce with the leaves on them. Preheat your oven to 400 degrees, and then in a food processor with just the basic blade in there, we are going to go ahead and mix up our butter, the cheese, the eggs, and our garlic and onion powders, salts. Wait. So we'll go ahead, get the butter in there. I was going to make these yesterday. I forgot that I needed to soften up my butter, so I was like, well, we'll make these tomorrow. And I didn't have the onion powder. Calls for onion salt, but one, I usually don't use onion salt because I use real onions. But for this, I'm like, all right, I should get some. I've used enough recipes, made enough recipes that use onion powder that I'm like, I should probably have some. All right, and our 3 eggs. Because when I was a kid, I used to be able to find onion salt. We had onion salt in our house. We use that. And lately when I've looked, I can only find onion powder. That's probably healthier for you anyways, but I just found that interesting. In all the different name brands, there were a good 3-4 different name brands, and they all were just onion powder. Alrighty, that, wipe the hands, because that's what I do. You know what, I think I'm going to put my seasonings in here right away. Onion powder and garlic salt. Let me just take that off. Garlic salt I use a lot. Alright, 1 package of cheese that I have is already 2 cups, so we'll add 1 whole package. And 1 cup of the other one. I could only find, these are 8 ounces or else like 24 ounces. There were no 16 ounces. I'm like, oh, or else bigger. And I'm like, yeah, no, I don't need any bigger. I just need 16. I was like, well, I've already got some other cheeses in the fridge that I need to eat up, so I don't really need any extra cheese. So, this will do. Alright. Of course, with the stuff flapping. Then we are just going to go ahead and run this until that's all smooth. Made a big snowman type mound. I want to scrape down the sides. I got some of it that came up on top here right away that didn't get mixed in. So we'll just try one more time a little bit. Now that most of it's all together. Wipe down those sides. All right. One more time. Excellent. So that is all now nice and creamy. dun. And we will use this to spread on our tortillas. For each pumpkin we make, we are going to use 3 tortillas. So basically we're making 3 pumpkins with having the 9 tortillas. So we'll just put that on a baking sheet. I covered mine with aluminum foil, if you don't have to. And then we'll spread about half a cup's worth of the cheese mixture onto each of the tortillas. So we will make, beep beep, my oven's ready. That went faster than I expected, but I suppose we should try to stay away from the sides just a little bit, because as this melts, as it cooks, it's going to go off to the sides. I thought I like grilled cheese sandwiches. I like cheese quesadillas. So, same, when I saw this recipe, I kind of thought, oh, well, that would be a cute one to make. Like I said, it's still pumpkin season. I saw a really nice display at the store today of pumpkins and gourds. Yeah, the little gourds. That one over there. Yep, they can, you know, again, for Thanksgiving, people like to decorate their tables, and you have to decorate the outside of the house, and you still have all the pumpkins and the gourds. It's still kind of part of that season. Corn stalks. Granted, some people also have all their Christmas up. So once Halloween's done, then it was like, boom, Christmas. I know Christmas music is playing on the radio right now. My daughter's not a fan. I'm not really a fan either. I'd like, let's go with the seasons. Life is fast enough. That let's just enjoy the date that we're at, the time frame. Next comes Thanksgiving. So we'll enjoy Thanksgiving and that time with family, and then we'll get ready for Christmas. Although one of the things, my daughter being in South Korea, I need to get her Christmas present like ready and get it sent to ship so that it can ship out there. Okay, putting cheese on that second one, we are going to put this on top of that one, and we're going to do one more layer. With, again, that cheese on there. This is going to be the top of it. All that nice melted cheese as the topper. Obviously only 2 of them are going to fit on your baking sheet at a time, so you can put your third one on a third sheet and bake them at the same time. Just put them both in your oven. I think maybe I'll just make, maybe I'll make 2 for right now. Go give one to my mom right away while it's still warm. So, there we go. We're going to put this on top as our third layer. Have it be a nice thick sandwich. And then we'll take our paprika and the sprinkle side, and we're just going to sprinkle some paprika on here. Or a lot of paprika. That's right, I don't think it has all that much taste. Just makes it look pretty. And then after it's all baked, we'll go ahead and put the celery in there to make it look like a pumpkin. But now go ahead and with your other tortillas, go ahead and make 2 more of those. Once you have your tortillas ready, go ahead and cook them at that 400 degrees for 12 to 15 minutes until the cheese is nice and melted and golden brown. The stove has beeped. I peeked at them. I think I used a little bit too much cheese. So I'm glad I put that aluminum foil on there, but yep, my cheese kind of overflowed on this one. That one's not too bad. But anyways, we'll let these cool just a little bit, and then we'll put that celery on there. Okay, I went ahead and cut some celery to be for a stem, and I took some of the greenery that will have some leaves, and I let these cool for a little bit here. So we'll put that on our plate, and then I think it's a little bit too cool. You could try to separate the layers and put this inside. Otherwise, we are just going to tuck it right on the outside there and tuck our leaves under. Oh, it's a little long. Let's try that. And there's the cute little sandwich. Looks like a pumpkin. The cheesy pumpkin sandwich is all finished. I cut it up into triangles so it would be easier to eat. They say that one pumpkin is actually 2 servings, so half a pumpkin would be 1 serving. And I thought again, well again, make it easier to eat. Let's do this. It's cooled off a little bit more than I would like. I'm sure this would taste good really warm, but it's a cheesy quesadilla. Just feels interesting then to eat it with your hands and not on a plate with a fork, which you could. But it's very smooth. The cheese is very smooth, very tasty. I'm trying to see if I get a hint of that, you know, the garlic or onion and all. A little bit, because it doesn't taste like just plain cheese. So, again, I'm gonna have to heat mine up for a little bit. I thought 10 minutes would be a good time to wait. It'll be cool enough, and I could do get the celery in there and all that. It won't be so cheesy, but a good option, a good difference to eat as opposed to a grilled cheese sandwich. And or again with the cheesy quesadillas, it's always nice to make them in the oven so when they come out, they do stay warm a little bit longer. And or like this, I can cut them up and eat them in triangles, eat them with my hands. Have a nice little lunch option. And like I said, it's cute when it looks like a pumpkin. So let me know if you like cheesy quesadillas, grilled cheese sandwiches. Have you made them in the oven before? Grilled cheese I just make on the stove top, but like I said, I've made quesadillas before in the oven, so they're good. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. I will leave that recipe down below. I am going to go finish enjoying my lunch. You guys keep it positive. Go make it a great day. Bye-bye.